Bunny, Lika, Lika or Laika? Hello. Mm, let's begin. Mhm. It's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Hello, welcome, welcome. Kazeo? I don't know. I don't know this VTuber. Sorry. Uh, teach me stuff. Um, I don't know. Well, you use Procreate, right? In this symbol. So I don't know if you are familiar with Clip Studio Paint, but maybe I can teach you something about the software. But yes. Actually, this model was made by someone on VGen. They have a very complicated, a very complicated nickname. But you can find the nickname on my credits page. It's on my Twitch credits. Let me get it for you. I think it's on my Tumblr actually. Um, ah. Bunny said, "Messy darling, with all due respect, what a yucky color you have on your CSP." I have astigmatism, so I don't like the dark mode. Sorry, Bunny. But don't worry. This is actually the first thing I wanna show you. No, actually, the first thing is the keyboard shortcuts, but it's very few ones, and then we can move on to the interface. There is a Brazilian artist and YouTuber called Sulamun. She's like our art mother. We all really love and respect her. And recently, because of Adobe's new policies on AI and stuff, she has been using Photoshop for decades, and she works for Hairstone and other big companies. But she moved to Clip Studio Paint and she made a live stream teaching people how to make these adaptation. So I was very inspired by her live stream. I use this as a guide, but I also try to include some more basic stuff because I know some of you are new to digital art. So I'm going to explain from the basics. I don't know how long this will go, how interested you will be, but I'll try to cover everything that is the most important. And if you have time, uh, let me show you, like here. This is what I want to cover today. I'll start with keyboard shortcuts. It's really quick. Then I'll teach you about the interface and how you can customize it. Then about the brush, how to organize brush, how does it works, and eraser and liquify. Then I'll move to the layers. Then a bucket and lasso fill. The lasso, wind, and selection layers, which are ways of selecting stuff. It's a really important thing, guys. New window, it's something real quick, a little trick. Then adjustment layers and layer masks. I think this is something not all people know how to use it, but it's really powerful. You will love it, guys. Then I'll just show you how the materials tab works. And then if we have time, I'll show you a little bit how to use rulers, the quick access, auto actions, and the 3D models. Definitely, we won't have time to cover how to make comics, though, because there's a lot of stuff. But I plan on making a video about that too in the future. So if you're interested. Ah, really? Okay, Bunny. Yes, a big pen display. My pen display is 13 inches, 13.3 inches. It's the Wacom one. So it's not very big, as you can see. It's a little packed with stuff. But if you get a bigger pen display, like at least 16, ideally at 22 or something, then it's going to be a lot more comfortable. In fact, there's a lot of professional mangakas that have huge pen displays, and you can customize the interface a lot. This is one of the strongest points of CSP, you know. But I'm talking too much, guys. I just want to give you an overview of what to expect, you know. But don't worry, I'll be with you during all the way. So if you have any doubts, any questions, please let me know. Oh, I see. I want to get that 24 inches Huion. Nice. Yes, Huion and XP Pen are wonderful. Yes. Like I want a 24-hour stream. Maybe in 2026. Well, mm, let's go then. Let's get started. Okay, so to begin with, I think the most important thing there are the keyboard shortcuts that's going to make your life way easier and faster. There are a lot of, it really depends on what tools you use, how your workflow is. But to begin with, I think there are some crucial things that you need to set up. The first thing is increase and decrease brush size. This is absolutely fundamental, at least for me. Swapping from color to transparency. It's like using the brushes and eraser. I'll show you how it works, don't worry. And the undo and redo. It really depends if you. Usually people use Control Z, right? You can use other kinds of small keyboards and devices, but yes, I'll show you how to set up. Basically, you go to File and Shortcut Settings. Okay, File, Shortcut Settings. Here, do you see it? Ah, hi, Bibo. Bonnie said she had a Huion Canvas 24, but the pen stopped working. So she's using a 15-inch one. Doesn't the pen like is compatible? I thought you could just buy another pen. I spent too much on my iPad though, so it's gonna be a while. Yeah, the iPad is great too. I want to make a Procreate tutorial in the future. Yeah, the iPad is great. Well, here there's a lot of stuff you can customize, but to begin with, come to Options, and then to Property Palette and Brush Size. You can see here, reduce brush size and increase brush size. So I recommend you choose a shortcut that you are really comfortable with and you won't forget. This is very important, guys. Hello, Nikolai. Welcome. I see, Bunny. Mm, this is so bad. Oh my god. Yeah. Mm. So I don't know if you guys configured this. By the way, if you want live feedback, you can join the voice chat on Discord. On my Discord server, should be a channel. So if you want to share your screen there, I can take a look at what you're doing. I apologize that my interface is already different and the brushes I have, so it won't be exactly as a new installation of Clip Studio. But unfortunately, there's no way to restore it, you know. So you'll have to bear with me. If you want, you can join study room, the study room, or the voice chat channel. Okay. I'll be taking a look at your screens. Okay, welcome back, Nikolai. Mm. Well, okay. So reduce and increase brush size here on shortcut settings, file shortcut settings to property palette, reduce brush size and reduce and increase brush size. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is on the drawing color here, switch drawing color and transparent color. Okay. Switch drawing color and transparent color. Choose a shortcut that you will remember. Guys, this is really important and useful. It's a much more powerful eraser. So please remember this. Okay? Uh yeah, but the problem is that the brushes won't reset to default. But I'm gonna do that since we are here. Reset to default. Layout of palette. Okay. Woo! Ah! Okay, I guess it should be more similar to what you have now. Oh! Okay, this is for a good reason. Okay, let's go. Yes, yes, socks. Exactly. Exactly. It's very good. And you can use like, let me show you. Ah, it's all weird. What is happening? Oh my goodness. For an example, you can have like, you can select a very crazy brush like this. And if you press the shortcut, it's going to be an eraser, you see? So you can get very creative with this. You see? Like this. So it's very powerful and useful, guys. Please remember those three shortcuts. Okay. Now, something that Sulamon said is that it's very important that you are comfortable with the program. So let's adjust the interface. You can grab those tabs. I don't know if you guys, I think you can see my cursor, right? The Kuromi cursor I got on VGen. Ah, nice, nice, Jared. Okay, nice. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. Yes, I saved it. Don't worry, Bunny. Yes, yes, you can erase with the same pattern of the brush or with whatever you want. Ah, nice. So you can grab this tab here, you can see, and drag it. You can have a pop-up window. If you want, you can drag it here and select it like this. Or you can drag it here and make a new window. And you can do this and adjust the size. Do you guys see? Or you can drag this here and make a whole new tab, or you can drag this to the other side. See? No, Bunny. Oh my god, thank god. I was already ready to unleave myself for making you mess up your workspace. Don't worry. Don't worry. No, don't unleave yourself, please. No. No unleaving here, guys. And another nice thing is, do you see those little arrows here? Let me drag to the other side so it's easier to see. If you click on the small one arrow, it's going to get minimized to this little icon. And if you click it, it shows up again. If you click on those two arrows, it will do like this and become a very thin bar. And this is good for things that like you want to have in your space, but you're trying to be more economical about it. Like things you don't use all the time, you know? I'll show you how my workspace is in a little while. So, yes. Are you guys understanding? Yes. So, yes, basically that's it. And another very interesting thing are those icons here. You see, For an example, this is showing the brush size and the brushes you have to choose. And if I do this, the brush properties are here too. You see those 3 tabs that you can see here are those 3 little icons here on the side, okay? If you change here, you can see the color wheel here, the color mixing here. You can either click here on the tabs, or you can click on those small icons here at the left. Same thing here, color set and color history. Do you see this? And you can change, for an example, you can go here to window, and here are all of the windows you can have. So for an example, if you want intermediate color, for an example, here, now you can drag it, you can put it here, you can increase or decrease the size, you can put it here. You can make an entire new new tab. For an example, if you don't want the intermediate color to be together with all of these, you can drag it here. Or let's say you don't want these to be together. You can drag this here. See it? So now the color wheel is alone with the color mixing. You can drag the color mixing here, so both will show at the same time. It's very powerful, guys. You can do a lot of stuff. I don't know if my explanation was clear enough, but yes, you can drag and reorganize how stuff works. Now I drag the layer together with the color wheel. You can drag the layer back here. Okay, so those small tabs are like the windows that will show together. Okay, so this is like the brush window. This is the color window, another color window, and here is the layer windows. And these are the material windows. You know, all the materials you download on the asset store will show here. On the newer versions, there's an easier way to do this. Unfortunately, mine is old, but yes, you can, for an example, drag the material folder, grab this icon or grabbing the tab, and you can do this. And then hide it. I love doing this because it's an easy way to access the materials, you know. And to install any material, let's do this. Click again here on the brush tab, so you can show the brushes you have. And for an example, I got those 2 new materials. They are free for a limited time, you know. It's very good to check the store from time to time, because there are some materials that are free, some brushes and textures that are free for a limited time, or they are cheaper for a limited time. So basically, you just get them and drag them here, whatever you prefer. So for an example, I want to have it here with my favorite brushes, so I remember to test this new material. Or for an example, if I want to create a whole new category, I can drag it. Well, I thought I could. Okay, let's import this first. Import this first, and then you can drag it here and create a new category, you know. And let's drag it back here. Let's go. Okay. And did you see that it created a new category here? You can rename the each category here, and you can drag. So you can like change the order. See, I changed the order. Usually, I think what in the default program you have like the pencil and pen category, the brush category, the airbrush category, and the decorations category. You know, as default, you have all of these. But mine is all messed up, you know, because I've been using these, I think, like since 2015. So There's a lot of brushes, guys. A lot of stuff. It's yeah, definitely a little mess. But it's important that you can remember the brushes you have and know where each thing is whenever you need it. Okay. So yes, I guess as the interface, that's about it. You remember here on window, you can see all the windows. For an example, I love the navigator, but I don't see the navigator anywhere here. So I'll press it. I like having it as a pop-up. So I'll change the size. And here you can see the preview, zoom in and out, rotate. You can make the real size if you click here. You can feed it to canvas here. You can flip horizontal and flip vertical. This is really useful, guys. Flipping horizontal all the time. I'll show you a trick later. But yes, and there's another thing. Bunny was joking about the color of the program. If you go to File and Preferences, you'll see the interface option and the color. You can actually change the color here to light colors or to dark colors. If you are a dark mode kind of person, you can have these. Okay. So yes, adjust it as you like, as is more comfortable for you, you know. I'm gonna go back to my workspace. Um, it's not going back, Bunny. What happened? Wait, let me. Um, wait. Let's. This requires some measures. Okay. Yeah, actually, I think it's. Yeah, I think it's back. Yeah. So basically, how I like to have things is like this. I have the layer here with the layer properties. I'll teach you what this does. Um, I have the subtools here that I can use. Basically, all the brushes I have, like the line brush, the airbrush, this outline brush. This is the brush I use almost all the time. It's kind of mixing. So, yes. One last thing, guys, about the interface. Do you see this part here at the top of the screen? It's called the command bar. If you don't see it, go to Window and make sure to click command bar. Guys, this is really, really, really useful. And you can also right click and click on command bar settings and input like any shortcut that you'd like. Ones that I really love are the clear, delete. It will clear the layer. It's very useful. This will delete outside selection. This will fill the layer. This is the transform shortcut. Very useful too. I use it all the time, guys. All the time. Those four here I use all the time. Also, deselect shortcut, invert selection, and hide the border of the selected area. And these I don't use that much, but I'll explain later. Basically, those things really do set up because they will be very useful to you. No, I think the default is dark mode sucks. So sorry. Anyways, I think we're covered for the basics of the interface. I hope you guys understood. Um, so let's go to the brush. The brushes, as I said, they're here, and there's all those categories you can make. You can drag a brush and create a new category. Do you see? And you can reorganize the category. You can reorganize the order of the brushes like this. It's very flexible. And here at the color wheel, do you see what I was saying about that shortcut earlier? It will change the color you're using, and this you see here is the transparent color. So this is very useful because your brush will act as an eraser, right? So you can achieve very crazy effects with this. Like you have this. Oh my god, it's too big. So you have this crazy brush, and if you want to erase with it, see? You should be very quickly moving between brush and eraser. And here, see the shortcut on the command bar? Delete. Ah, very nice. Okay, so that's it. Here are the subtool menus. And here at the other side is the tool property. So basically here you choose what brush you want to use. And here you choose the settings for that brush, the tool property, okay? Here are the more basic options. If you want to see more options, because the brushes in CSP are highly customizable, you can click this little wrench here, and it will open up all of those things with a lot of options. And let's say there's an option you want to be able to customize easily here in this window. You just click this little button, and the eye will appear, and now you can see the color mixing mode here. Do you see this? So there's a lot of things like I won't cover here today because I think that to get started is more important to learn about other things. I think brush customization, you can get plenty of good brushes. I don't think this is really necessary at this moment. Anshu, go eat, please. Immediately, Anshu. Anshu, please go eat. And you can duplicate the brushes too if you click here with the right button, duplicate subtool. Here you can set up some stuff, and you can mess with the settings all you like and test different stuff. And if you regret it, you can also click on the wrench and reset all settings to default. And you can also save the current settings as default. So yes, there's a lot of stuff involving brushes. But you can also delete. If you don't like a brush you downloaded, you can click this little trash can here. Boom, it's gone. Okay. So, okay, I think that's it. Let's move to eraser and liquify. The eraser must be showing here at the bottom of the brushes. Well, there's not much trick to it. There's a hard eraser, soft eraser. You can use them differently to achieve different effects. I had a friend that sketched using a round brush, but erased with a soft eraser, and his lines had a very special effect. I really liked it. And there should be the liquify tool below it. The liquify tool, guys, it's a godsend. It's such a hack. Let's say I don't like this. It's kind of wobbly. You can use the liquify tool to very softly adjust it. Do you see? And the liquify tool also works on multiple layers if you need to adjust more than one layer at once. No, Anshu. No, Anshu, please. Please. Please, my dear Anshu. Go grab a bite, okay? You don't need to torment yourself, Anshu. Please be nice to yourself, okay? So you also have the blend tool. You guys like this, right? You guys like blending stuff, right? And the blur tool. Okay, to make things softer, to make softer transitions for the shading. Okay. Yes, okay, so liquify is the one that does this. You have blend and blur, you can choose here. Next thing, let's move on to layers. No, Anshu, don't worry. This will be recorded, so you can watch it later. First, go grab some food. You can eat and watch at the same time. Eli, you have to take care of him too. Ah, sure. Well, moving on to layers, my layer panel is here with the layer properties. But remember that you can move it anywhere you see fit, okay? You can leave it as a pop-up layer, a pop-up window. I like to leave mine here, but okay. And it really depends. If you are a person that uses a lot of layers, it will be interesting to leave an entire height for it. But if you use only one layer, you can even hide this or do it like this. Make a smaller layer window, but I like having an entire panel for it. Okay. What are we? His parents? Yeah, we're his parents, adoptive parents. Mm, okay. So, okay, guys. To create a new layer, you click this button here, new raster layer. Raster is basically a picture layer, you know. You can use also vector layers, but I'm not going to touch that right now. Let's skip to the basics. So you can create as many layers as you like. And if you are starting out, I guess it's good to create layers, but be careful not to overdo it, or you can have a big headache. But don't worry, if you end up creating a lot of layers, there's no problem because do you see this little square here at the left of each layer? You can use this to select layer, multiple layers at the same time. And then you can come here at the layer menu and you can merge selected layers. Merging is basically all of the contents of each of those individual layers will become just one. Okay. So if you have too many layers, more than you can deal with, and it's unnecessary, you can always select a few layers and merge them here on the layer menu. Okay. And remember, if you like using these merging selected layers or flatten the image, if you use it a lot, you can configure a shortcut, a keyboard shortcut, or you can put a little button here on the command bar. Okay. Try to remember this. Mm. River. And she really needs someone to teach him about reality. Yeah. Yeah. Um okay. So selecting multiple layers is very useful because we let's say we have those two layers, the color and the line layer. If you select those two layers, for an example, the liquify tool will work on both of them at the same time, you know? So that's very useful. Also, I think the transform tool will also work on both of them. Okay. So please remember. Also, this little eye icon, it will work to hide or show the layer. Um, Also, another thing is that let's suppose you have a lot of layers and you don't remember where the color is. You can always go to layer selection tool. It's under object. Don't worry, guys. You will get used to all those tools. And you can select the area and see the layer with this content will show here in blue. Let's suppose you select an area with more than one layer. Do you see here? The blue part is going to be selected, all the layers with the part that you selected. If I select all of these, then all of these will be selected. Okay. So it's very useful if you are lost, if you don't know where the layer is, if you have a lot of stuff. Okay, so, opa. Let me delete all of this. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay, back to layers. You can, it's a great practice to rename your layers. If you just double tap with your pen, it's going to rename the layer. So let's say heart line. Ah, Wukong, thank you for following. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to the channel. Head color. Okay. So, okay, you renamed. Another useful thing, guys, I know it's a lot, but it's useful. If you press Alt, if you hold Alt and click the little eye icon, you can see only that layer and in isolation, you know. So this can be very useful too. So try to remember it. Okay. Alt, hold Alt and click the little eye. If you just click the little eye, it will hide or show the layer. Okay. Okay, so now you have here, this little bar is the layer opacity. You can make the layer more transparent. Do you see? Now you can see here the parts where the color is overlapping with the line. And you can even hide it completely. This is very useful, guys, especially for adjustments and effects. So here, the opacity of the layer, don't forget it. Okay, it's here. Another very cool thing you can do is add some colors to the layers. Trust me, for organization purposes, this is amazing. You can even choose any color here that you'd like. Okay, you can put it black if you'd like. This is very good. I like using black for line layers. It's very easy to see. And here you have, let me do something first. I will make another color, another layer here. Press here. And here is the clipping layer icon, this little icon here. But what does this do? Basically, guys, this is like essential, okay? Any digital artist need to know this, okay? Basically, let's say you have, if you press the button in your pen, you'll probably be using the eyedrop tool. That is this tool here, okay? Usually that's the default for basically all brands, as far as I know. But you can also enter your driver, the driver for your pen tablet, and configure this as you'd like. There are many options, you can customize it. But okay, so you use the eyedropper to select color in the canvas, okay? And let's say we're gonna make it a little more saturated and a little more purplish, okay? And if you just create a new layer, this is going to happen. See, it's going all over. So if you want it to just color this part here without overflowing, you click this clipping layer button. Okay. Yes, I will tell them about transparency lock to River. Actually, I think clipping layer is better, but there are some situations you would prefer the transparent lock. Thank you. So, see, now it doesn't overflow no matter how much I paint outside. So, this is very, very, very useful, guys. So, as you can tell, probably artists use this all the time for shading, you know, like shading hair, shading clothes, shading skin. Usually, what people do, most people at least, there are differences in workflow, but most people do like a base color layer, you know, like this is the base color. And then there is a new layer for the shadows. Let's name it shadows. And then you click on the clipping layer. Do you see what happens if I undo the clipping layer? So this is like the most basic stuff. Oh, thank you, Acidic Alchemist. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, Eli is mind blown. Yay. You can check the offer for the model. I bought it on VGM. It's actually very, very affordable, like $15, $17, something like that. the yes, it's goated. It's very goated. Uh, okay, so the thing that River was mentioning is the transparency lock. This one here, lock transparent pixels. Do you see this? Okay, so basically what it does, it's similar to the clipping layer, but it happens on the same layer. You see, I'm not making a new layer. It's doing locking the transparent pixels so you can only edit the pixels that have color in it, you know? Um, to be honest, I usually prefer using the clipping layer because it's non-destructive. You can always change the like you can make multiple clipping layers and change the order of the layers and edit the layers using layer masks. But I think the transparency lock is very useful when you want to test different colors. So for an example, you don't want black as the line art. You want a slightly reddish color. So remember this fill shortcut that I use it all the time? Look, pa, if the layer is unlocked, this will happen. It's going to cover everything, including the transparent pixels. But if you lock the transparent pixels like this, it's only going to color the pixels that are painted. See, you can test a lot of different colors like this. I really love using the lock transparent pixels for this. But you can also use the clipping layers too, okay? For an example, let's say you color an entire layer like this. You make a new layer, clipping layer, and then fill. If you unclip it, you'll see everything is filled, but since you are using the clipping layer, it's only applying to the liner layer, okay? So, okay, that's it. We are here, guys, just we have select and merge. Yeah, I think I already showed this. Like, for an example, let's say you're very satisfied with this. So you want to merge the layers because you don't want a new layer for this. So let me change the color a little. Here. You can select those two layers. Remember, select using this little check mark here, the checkbox. And you can go and merge selected layers. Or if you prefer, if the layer is right above the layer you want to merge, you can click here. There are two options, transfer and merge. If you press transfer, the content will move, but the layer will remain. In some situations, this can be more useful. Or if you press here, merge with layer below, the layer will disappear and the contents will be merged. Don't worry too much, guys. You will get used to all this. So, yes. Okay. So now let's talk about layer modes. This one is very, very, very useful too, guys. Just as clipping layers can change your entire game on digital art, the layer modes are also something groundbreaking. You need to know this, guys. You really need to know this, okay? So the layer modes are here. Do you see where it's written normal? It's the blending mode, okay? So basically you have all of these options. And you get used to them the more you use them, but we will see. If you have a mouse, you can use the scroll wheel to change. Do you see? You can quickly test different layer modes. This is really useful, guys. Sometimes you don't even know exactly what you want, but just to have the possibility to test different stuff and be surprised with the result, this is amazing. So the most famous blending mode is no doubt the multiply mode. It basically makes it darker. Do you see? People use it a lot of for shadows, but why do people use it so much? It's because basically, let me make a new layer to show you why. Let's say have a little green and you do this. Make it a ball. If I change this to multiply, look what happens. Do you see? I'm gonna make the color a little darker so it's easier to see. See? It's kind of transparent, so it shows everything that is below. So it's a very quick way of shading without like getting one color for every little thing, you know. Let's say this heart has a different color inside, like a more yellowish color here, you know, and it has like a lot of details here. See? There's like a lot going on here, right? There's definitely too much going on with this heart here. But do you see that the multiply layer, it like gets everything darker, kind of according to the color you picked. In this case, I picked this green, right? So it made everything kind of greenish. You can use a more neutral color. So you see, it just gets darker. People usually like using bluish color for multiply, like this. Um, hey, Paxi, welcome. Mouse location is tracked by the model pane location on the tablet. So cute. Oh, really? It's okay, Paxi. I understand you must be very busy, right? A lot of stuff going on, and also it's the end of the year, right? Yeah. I just wanted to make something special to make you guys excited for 2026. But I really understand that not everyone will be able to join. You can always watch later if the live stream content is something that interests you. So, okay, this is the multiply mode, but let me show you there are a lot of other modes, guys. See how interesting this is. So, yeah, there's a lot here to play with. Okay, hard mix. Always crazy stuff on hard mix. Yeah, like I don't want to overwhelm you because I know there will be a lot of info. I think for a first pass on this, it's good to know multiply, maybe add, which makes things lighter, and overlay. It's kind of how do I say? It's kind of flexible. It depends on the color that you choose. If you choose a darker color, it's going to shade, but if you choose a lighter color, it's going to be like the dark colors just become more vivid. It's a useful, like people like to use overlay for transitions, you know. So let's say this transition here from the shadow to the light, people like using a orangish color and do like this. Oops, do like this. Let me grab a airbrush, you know. See, so you have like this fancy effect. People really like using overlay for this. Okay. So yeah, overlay, add, and multiply. But you can test, like, really, guys, just grab a color and test all of these. Remember, you can use the mouse wheel, okay, to quickly change between layers modes. Okay, so yes. This is really important. And there is a very important thing that I've learned like just a while ago. I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't I know this sooner? For an example, there's something called layer groups. It's this folder here. Do you see down here? You can make folders, you know, if you're beginning to have too many layers in your project. Did I have a baby? What? Empty symbol said, I love Ed. I use it for glowy stuff a lot. Yes, I like Ed a lot too. It's very soft. There are more harder light modes, but Ed in general, it's not too hard. Uh, your mouse is Kurumi. Yes, I bought it on VGM too. I think Sky. Guys, I need to add in the credits. I forgot. Skydiu, I think. Skydiu. I think it's the name of the artist of the mouse thingy. So okay. I'm crying. I got a Labubu today from Singapore. It's a real one. It's gonna get me. Oh, I have a Lafufu, as we would say. A Lafufu, it's like a bootleg Labubu. I got it on a claw machine with a friend, so it's special to me. But yeah, Labubu is really cute. Congratulations, Paxi. Where's the cinnamon roll? He's my goat. Yeah, actually, she made a cinnamon roll mouse cursor too. I just like the Kuromi one a little more, but there's cinnamon roll too. There's Chikawa. She just made it. Have she done it earlier? I'll have bought the Chikawa one. It's really cute. Don't worry, Labubus are peaceful creatures. It won't get you, I promise, Paxi. I'm the friends with Labubu. Okay, so as I was saying, you can create groups to organize your layers better. Always rename your groups, guys, or it's going to be an even worse nightmare. Let's say heart colors, okay. And you can just drag and drop. You can select this and like drag and drop a lot of layers at once, like this. Here, see? Select all of them and just drag them inside the group. So you can see that like there's a little space here in between those icons and the layer content. It's because it's under a group. If you compare here, you'll see that there is no space. So, okay. You can toggle the group on and off like this. And it's very important for you guys to notice that the multiply color, it's going to be a little messed up inside the group. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So if you want it to work normally, you need to select the group and click throw. And now it's going to show it as it really is. Like, I don't know why this happens, but yes, if you want things to work properly, please select through in the group if you use multiply and stuff. But okay, we're almost done with layers, guys. Almost done. There will be layer math later, but of course, if you want to delete a layer, it's on this trash can here. I really recommend you have this showing all the time because accidents happen. The layer properties, there are different window, as you can see here. I like to leave mine here because I don't use it that much. But there are a few interesting effects. For an example, let me show you. Let's say you want a quick outline on this heart. You can go to layer properties and click this icon. And this is what's going to make. You can see because it's white, but let me change to a black color. Do you see here the edge color? Click this bucket to make it the color you are selecting currently. In this case, it's black, but you can also make a greenish. Okay. The thickness of edges, here you can see how thick or thin it is. So yeah, it's very fancy, right? It's very useful, guys. Sometimes you want to make like little accessories, little details, you know. So it's very useful to use this. So you don't have to draw. For an example, you want to make little pearls. So you select like the pearlish color. Let's say this one. I don't know. And let's say you're using a black line art. So now you get the pearl color and you just, let's make it thinner, you just do this, okay? Like, it's very useful, guys. Very, very useful. You can also download brushes for pearls, of course, but I'm just showing you what is possible, right? Okay. Another very cool thing that I won't get into today, but is the halftone effect. Do you see? This is what mangakas use, guys. It's possible to do it. I'm not really touching this, but if you are interested, I will make a video on it on the future. And this is a thing that will change the whole color of the layer. It's useful like for sketch layers, but I think you can always, I don't know, it's not that useful, but yeah, you can quickly change the color of the layer here. But I think the most useful will probably be this contour, okay, one. So this is the layer property. This is why I don't use it that much, it's not that important. But I still wanted to tell you that this exists, okay. Okay, we are done with layers for now. Let's move to the bucket and lasso fill, okay. Don't worry, in the future, I will make a full video, like I will make an illustration from start to finish and show how I use everything, the applications, because I really apologize. I'm just teaching you how to do stuff, but I'm not actually showing how you really use it on practice. So maybe it's not that easy to memorize, but I just wanted to know what kind of questions you guys have, so I can include the explanation in the video in the future. Okay, so okay. Moving on to the bucket layer. The bucket layer is very sophisticated in Clip Studio Paint. I'm gonna show you why. Actually, I think I'm going to get. Wait just a moment. I'm going to try to find a line art here to show you guys some stuff. It's going to be easier. Okay. It's a line art by other artists, okay, but it's opening. Okay. Let me. Oop. Oops. Okay. Okay, so you have a sketchy thing. Actually, I don't know if this is the line art, but okay. I'll move the line art here so it's easier to see and color it black. Remember, guys, and rename line art. Okay. I'm gonna show how useful the bucket tool is for Clip Studio Paint. If you have some experience with digital art, you for sure spent the experience of spending hours to add the base colors for the drawing, because you're like, okay, I'm gonna grab the skin color and I'm gonna color like this, and oh no, it overflowed. Oh my god, I have to erase, and do this for the entire drawing. Oh my god, it takes such a long time. You surely went through this experience before. But especially if you have neat line art, this really works well. But don't worry, even if your line art isn't that neat, it's still very helpful. Empty symbol. I made an art piece of a Furby cult burning a Labubu on bonfire in ritual sacrifice. Oh my god. Norieiro Papo. Norieiro Papo? I can use the Clip Studio Paint. Yes. I think you have 6 months of free trial, up to 6 months of free trial. And the software is very cheap. And guys, I'm gonna give you a very hot tip. The Clip Studio anniversary is around March, if I'm not wrong. So they always make sales. and up to 60% off. You can buy with a huge discount. And it's already cheap, but it's even cheaper with the discount, guys. So remember, okay? Yes, it's very useful. I still have the 2.0. It's already on the 4 point something version. Mine is, yeah, I did update from 1 point to 2 point, but anyways, now you can like there is a lifetime purchase, but the problem with the lifetime purchase, you only buy it once, but you don't have access to the updates. They include newer functions, newer tools, you know. So you don't have the right to receive those. Only if you have like the subscription model, which you pay monthly or yearly. It's a little pricier, but at least you have updates. Like nothing is perfect, guys. But yeah, yeah, it's very affordable. It's very affordable for guys. I hope I'm showing you that this program has like so much stuff. You guys have no idea. It's probably the most complete program. Photoshop has a lot of filters and stuff because it's dealing for editing photos. But if you're talking about comic and illustration, this is the most complete software, you know. And the most used for comics, for sure, it's the most used one. Um, yeah, exactly. That's me, Eli. That's exactly what I did. So, okay, if you press the fill tool, the bucket tool here, you'll see there are a lot of options here. The refer edited layer only, refer other layers, close and fill, and paint and fill area. So basically, the refer edited layer only will only refer to the layer you are right now. So if I do this, look what happens. It's loading. It filled everything because it's only referring to the blank layer I just added. Okay. It's not referring to the line art. So if you want to refer to the line art layer, you have to choose refer other layers. Okay. So now, yeah, I have to change some stuff here. Don't worry. I will show you how. So now it's taking into consideration the lines. Okay. But it's not working properly, as you can see. What do you do? Okay, let me show you. Basically, do you see here the tool properties window? There's a lot of options. And basically, here the close gap, you can set it for lower or higher. And see, if I set it for higher, it's no longer coloring all of that. It's more strict, you know. So see, it was on the third one, if I'm not wrong. So if you click here, it's going to overflow. So what I suggest is you have to test it on your own line art because each person draws the line art in a specific way with some specific gaps, with a specific width. So let's see the close gap and the tolerance too. So like if it's very tolerant, yeah, see it flowed way too much. But if I make the tolerance lower, see? But it even made like you can see there are some spaces here that it didn't cover. But don't worry because there's a trick for that too. There are a lot of tricks, guys. Actually, there's even a trick that I don't remember very well now, but I will rewatch the video and make sure to include it on my tutorial video. But yes, so you can mess with the settings and see what works better for you. Okay. Here, the area scaling is basically how much extra area it will cover. It can be useful because sometimes your lines are a little transparent, you know. And if you have a transparent line and it doesn't have area scaling, it's like going to have some nasty white pixels. So, like for an example, let me show you. If I have a negative area scaling, like 0 area scaling, let me see. Do you see like there is like some nasty pixels here? In this linearity, it doesn't have too much, but let me make a semi-transparent line so you can see what I mean. I changed the layer opacity to 51. And now I'm gonna make a triangle here. Let's add some color. And well, in this case, like the line art is more uniform, so it's not that ugly. But if you make the area scaling a little wider, look what happens. Do you see it? It's overflowing a bit. Do you see? Like this is 0 area scaling. See, there's a little nasty, nasty uncolored pixels. If you make it a little bigger, see, it's covering more area. So this is what area scaling is for. Okay. Basically, that's it. Okay. There's a lot of things you can set up here, like referring to multiple layers, referring only to reference layers. But I'm going to keep to the basic for now. But you can watch advanced videos on the bucket too. Okay, they explain everything about it. I wish Procreate had a better close gap feature. Unless the lines are totally closed, it will always escape. Empty symbol. I think I know a trick that you are not aware of. You know the threshold? Do you know this? I will show you later. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's basically it. I think who was it? That I think it was Drain who requested me to show the bucket tool properties. So okay, that's basically it. So you beautifully, very happily. Another thing, if you click and hold the bucket and you do this, you see, it colors everything. You don't need to keep uh, pressing all the time. You know, you can just drag and color like this. Like this. See? So, okay, beautiful. You colored all these things, but there are still some spots that it didn't color, right? You can see here and here on the blush lines. What do I do? Don't worry, because there are two other book options that are very useful: the close and fill and the paint unfilled area. The close and fill, basically, I'm still haven't showed you the last two guys, but basically whatever you it's not close gap. Change the tolerance a bit. It's not working very well right now, but okay. Why is it not working? I don't know why. Only white and transparent. Yeah, I should be working. I don't know why this is happening. Okay. There's the paint, the close and fill is like a lasso, and the paint and filled area is like a brush. So you do this. See? It colored. Same thing here. Do you see those little whites? You can just do this, and ta-da! You can do this here. You know, sometimes, of course, it's not perfect, but you can always change the area scaling, the tolerance, okay? Here, this little, yes, see? You can adjust here the tolerance area scaling all you want. Here, there's a little pixel. Here, too, there's a little pixel. Here, do you see here? Here, ta-da! Oops, it covered a little more than I expected, so maybe we can make the tolerance a little lower. Yeah, maybe the area scaling a little lower. Yeah. So it might seem like a small thing, but if you have spent a lot of hours covering the base colors, you know that this is useful. But to be honest, I don't use this much. But I know there are people that don't live without this, guys. So I want to show you that this exists. Okay. So it's very nice. Okay. See? So you don't have to worry like going, oh, like, oh my god, no, this is wrong. I have to go like this and this. Nah, it's overflown. No, no, no. You can just choose the bucket, paint and fill the area, and do like whatever. And ta-da! You know? So make sure to change the tolerance and area scaling to better fit your line art. Okay. So I guess that's basically it for the bucket tool. Yes, I guess that's basically it. Yeah, that's very cool, right? Procreate should have this. um, I see empty symbol. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's too bad. With my art style and brushes I use, there tends to be a bunch of empty pixel areas. Yeah. Ah, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about right now, Bunny. I used that a lot before, but for my style now, I changed to the lasso fill. Guys, the lasso fill is also a very time server tool, an excellent tool. This is the lasso fill. Do you see this icon here? You might have to find it on your software because I moved all the tools here. It's a mess. But it's basically that little icon here, that little balloon with a dark gray inside. The lasso fill is like the lasso, which is a selection tool, but it also paints. So for an example, you do this and ta-da! See? Look at this. How quick and practical, right? You just do this. For an example, for sketching, it's very nice, you know. You just do this and you have, you know, a very quick sketch that is very quick to fix too. You know, you can just erase. Remember the shortcut here? You can erase using the lasso tool. See? So yes, it's a very powerful tool, guys. Remember the lasso fill. Bunny said she uses lasso fill like for adding the base color. So you can do this. You know, it's not perfect, but the more you use lasso, the better you get. You know, the more precise. I don't use lasso as much as I had to, but so not very good at this. But Sulamun really uses it all the time. She really recommends it. I'll show you in a bit. But yes, this is the lasso fill. Okay. Now we're moving to the lasso. The real lasso. Ah. It's located originally on the bucket tool folder. Yes. Nisa! Hello! Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Good luck. Uh, heavy paint is like 80% lasso tools. Oh, really? Yeah, guys, lasso is very powerful because I'm gonna show you. Basically, it's a selection tool. So remember, you click this little tool, layer selection. This is the layer. See, it's selected. So this is this orange layer. The orange heart is in this layer. Let's rename it. Orange heart. Okay. So this is the lasso marquee, the lasso selection. So you can select any part of your drawing using this. And it's very interesting because If you check here, the tool property for the lasso, you can see here. The default mode, I think it's the new selection. So if you make another selection, it's going to change. Do you see? And if I made another, but I like having it on the default for add a new selection. Okay. So if I made a new selection, you know, there are two things selected at the same time. So for an example, you want to edit a lot of stuff together. So you can come here to the transform tool and, oh, wait, it's, let me select the layer. Select the other layers and see, you can move and transform a lot of stuff, you know. So you can imagine how useful this is for a drawing, right? When you can only select a certain areas of the drawing, you can use this. Very important thing, you can also remove areas of selection if you selected way too much, you know. And a shortcut for this is if you hold Alt, you will remove areas. Hold Alt. And if you hold Shift, you will add new areas, you know. You can also, if you forget the shortcut, it's okay, guys. You can always change here on the tool property, you know. Like basically every tool that you select, be it a brush, be it a bucket tool, be it the lasso, you will have options for it in the tool property window, okay? So make sure to check it if you are at a loss, if you can't find what you need, okay? The option will probably be there, okay? But remember, it's also useful to remember Alt is for removing selection and Shift for adding, okay? And there's another ways of making selections. For an example, the magic wand, you have all of these options for a magic wand, like refer other layers. So you can just press here and it automatically selected these areas. And remember, the magic wand also has the same close gap, tolerance, and area scaling options. So if it's not working for you the way you want it to, you can always change how it works. Okay, here you can adjust the settings, okay, until it's working the way you intended to. So the magic wand is very cool if you want to select like certain areas, you know, like these. And you want, for an example, to fill it with, let's say, a purplish color. If you see this mini menu here, you can see this little gray bar. You can grab it and drag it anywhere you'd like. It's like a quick menu, and you can also customize it to add some stuff here. Selection launcher settings. You can add whatever you like, but I suggest you add stuff related to selection, of course. For an example, I added the mesh transformation option, but yeah, you probably use most the invert selection area, the clear, and delete outside selection, and the transform tool. It's this one, okay. And there's also the fill tool here, so let's use it. See? So it's filled inside the selection. Oops. And now I want to deselect. This is the icon for deselect, which I also have here in the command bar. So I quickly added, you see it's not perfect. It has some areas here, but the magic wand is very useful, guys. So, and remember, you can also change the selection mode for add to selection here, and you can select a lot of different areas here, and then fill everything like this, okay? And then deselect, okay? And remember, you can also use the bucket and the paint and fill it area for an example. So there are all those little white areas. You can do these to fill them, okay? See? Here. Okay. So, yep. Don't forget, guys, lasso. Also, you have, this is like the more freehand version of selection, but you also have the rectangle selection, okay, ellipse selection. You have the polyline marquee, which you make like a polygon. So it's and a very useful thing sometimes is like you have a selection, but you want to expand or shrink the selection for some reason. So it's those two icons here. You can expand a little, you see? So for an example, you can use the magic wand and expand the selection a bit, like 1 pixel. Now, if you feel it, yeah, you see there are less white spots, even though it's still not perfect. But there's a lot you can do, guys. Sometimes you are want to do like a halo, and you have a selection of the halo. And if you, yes, let me show you this. I think this will be very useful, actually. Let me show you. Let's say you want to make a halo. You can come here. Let's say you have all these forms tools. You wanna make like, let's say, this color. I'm gonna make a dark halo, okay? Just just so it's easier to see. Okay, I made this. Now I made this. You can remember use the transform. If you don't have the transform tool easy, you really should add it. It's on menu commands, edit, and transform. Here, you can add scale rotate because it's the most common one. But don't worry, because if you want to have a different mode, you can press here on mode and you have free transform, distort to do all kinds of crazy stuff. But for now, let's keep to scale rotate. So you can move it around and make it bigger or smaller, okay? If you press keep aspect ratio, you can like distort it like this, okay? Or like this, okay? But if you press keep aspect ratio, it will keep the proportions. So, okay, so you decided this is the halo, okay? So, a very cool trick there is like, okay, nice empty symbol. Have a good lunch. Bye bye. Thank you. If you need an assistant, you have me here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bunny. You are too kind, really. Um, um, so, okay, you have the halo. Let me rename the layer halo. If you press Ctrl and press this little square here, you will select the contents of the layer. This is an excellent shortcut, but also if you don't remember it, don't worry, because you can go to layer and selection from layer, create selection. Or you can also press the right button here on the layer, and the same thing applies, like selection from layer, create selection, okay? So you have here the selection, okay? You can hide those in some situations, like you want to see the drawing, you don't want to see those little dots can be annoying. They're not dots, but I forgot the name. So, okay, so you have the selection, and you want to make like a small glowing thing. You can make a new layer at the bottom of the layer line, and you can expand the selected area, let's say 5 pixels maybe. Okay, 5 pixels. So do you see now the entire selection expanded? And now you can do like fill this layer. See what happened here in the select? See what happened? So this can be very useful, guys. The expand and shrink selection. Okay. You can also feather the selection feather is like, let me expand it a little more so it's clearer. Okay. Feather, the selection, it's like blur border here. Select blur border. You can make the blur stronger or weaker, but let's 10 pixels, let's say. So now if I fill this with the gray, see what happens? I'll deselect. See, it's blurred now, the border. So you can easily add a halo. You can make it even more blurry. Select blur border. You can also add the shortcut here for blur border, guys. So yes, the command bar is very useful, and I'll tell about the quick access a little later too. So let's blur more. Let's blur. Okay. See, it's even more blurry now. So yes, it's very useful, guys. Make sure to use selections. You know, sometimes you want to make like a crazy texture. You can use the lasso for that. You can like select some random areas in the drawing like this. And now you add like, let's say, a multiply layer and a very crazy textured brush. And you're like, you know, ta-da! Very crazy texture using the lasso tool, the special selection. Okay. It's very useful, you know. Sometimes you want to shade a specific area, like make a shading. Oh, I just know the perfect areas to show you this area here. See what's gonna happen. I selected this area. Now, let's make this. I made a new layer, clipping layer on the skin. And now, another thing you can do is like on the coloring for the layer, you can click use other color and then you tap this little eyedropper here and you can choose like this color of the layer, you know, press OK. And now the skin layer is colored like the skin. It's very useful. I like doing this. Okay, so now I have this area selected, right? Selected with the lasso. And I'll select an airbrush here. And I'll select a little darker tone. And I'll get a big airbrush and do like this. See? So the result is I have a very soft gradient in one side and a very hard gradient here, you see? So using the lasso tool is very useful for that, okay? You can have this effect here. Like, let me show you. This effect here. See? It's very cool, guys. It's very cool. Okay. I think this is enough for the lasso tool. Yeah, lasso wand. And selection layer is also something I like to use. Do we get roll icons now? Roll icons? Roll icons? Not gonna touch on the magnet lasso. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't use it, so yeah. I don't even know where the magnet lasso is actually. Where is it? I don't know where it is, bruh. I really don't know where it is. Where's the magnet lasso? Tool properties? Okay. So Enable snapping. Interlock selection and image. Ah, so that's why I don't use it. But I know what you're talking about. It's a lasso that snaps to the line art, right? Yeah, I can't wait to have it. I guess I'll use it way more. But yeah, guys, if you have a newer version, there is a magnetic lasso that's basically a lasso that snaps to the line art, even if you overflow a bit the selection. But unfortunately, I won't be able to show you. But yes, um, thank you for the reminder, Bunny. Um, Actually, I could turn on my iPad. Did the server boost not work? Oh, I'm sorry, River. I saw very briefly that you boosted the server. I'm really thankful for that because we need to maintain the server tags and that costs boosts. So maybe we won't be able to have extra perks because we need to pay, quote unquote pay boosts so we can keep the server tags. I think in total it's like three boosts per month. And I do not have Nitro, Discord Nitro, so yeah. I think we can't have more perks now unless we get more boosts or we're going to run out of boosts. So yeah. But thank you very, very much, River. I don't know. Okay, okay. Guys, sorry, I was explaining. Are- Hello? Oh, fuck. I think my internet is bad. Wait, just a moment. I'm going to open the door. Maybe the Wi-Fi signal will be better. Hi, hi. I think it's back, right? My mom is playing the piano, so you have to listen because I left the door open. And where are my glasses? What the fuck? I wasn't wearing glasses. I was saying, yeah, piano mom. I was saying that I was so happy when we unlocked the server tags. Thank you, Bibu. Oh, you're there. What a nice student you are. So, yeah, I was very happy and surprised we unlocked the server tag so early. Um, I will add more perks as soon as I can, but right now I'm not earning anywhere near enough to pay for Discord perks, you know. So unfortunately, I think we still don't have enough to add more stuff to our server. But I'm very thankful to any boosts that you can give. I think Nitro users get two boosts right per month, so but I unfortunately I was just telling my friends that I would love to have Nitro, but it's too expensive here in Brazil, guys. They don't regionalize the price, so it's too expensive still. But when I'm earning more. I promise I will do my best to give more perks to the server. And of course, your support is really helpful. I've been getting since last month some money from Twitch too. So I'm very thankful. And I hit 1,000 hours on YouTube too. So when I hit 3,000 hours, I'll be able to monetize too and have members. And so, yeah. But when we're able to, I'll definitely add more perks to the server. Mm. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Eli. Thank you. Thank you. Um, okay. So one last thing about selections. Sorry, I know I'm talking about selections a lot, but it's very useful, guys. I'm sorry that I'm not able to show, but I promise when I make the video tutorial, I will make a demonstration in a drawing, okay, of every of those options and properties. Okay, I promise. So basically, there's a very useful thing you can make, like, remember what I said about making a selection from the layer? You can make selections from multiple layers and save them. So for an example, you can go to layer. Ah, Gilbana, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. And welcome to the channel. I'm following these little those topics here. Right now, I'm on the selection layer. Okay. Don't worry if you missed something. You can go back later. The live stream will be saved. And I'll make a video later too. So, okay. So, okay, you have one selection here. Oh, thank you, Dre. Thank you. Ai, que pastelito got the gift. Thank you, Drain. Thank you. Oh, you're here. Nice. Welcome. So, yes, I already spoke about all of these things. Right now, I'm on the selection layer, but don't worry, you can watch later. Okay. 55 Brazilian reais is like... What is a good measurement? Like, YouTube Premium costs about 30 reais. So, like, 55, it's almost double than YouTube Premium. It's like a lot. Like, it's about 12, no, it's about $10. It's about $10, but to us, $10 a lot. So, for an example, I sold those Black Friday commissions for $30. So $10 would be just for paying whatever thing on Discord, you know, like every month. Like, I'm not earning anywhere near enough to pay for this, you know. And there are other things, I guess, that are more important than perks on Discord, you know, if I were to pay. So, but okay. Okay, so the selection layer, guys. I made the selection here. You can go to select and convert to selection layer. So, ta-da! Now you have a layer, but this layer doesn't have painted contents. It's a selection layer. So if you double click on it, it activates the selection. So it's a very neat way of having a selection stored. So let's rename it very special. It's wrong. Very special selection. Okay. So what I like doing, I've done this sometimes before, is like, okay, I have a selection here, but I want to add another selection. Let's say I want to select this little heart here. So I go to select and make a new convert to selection layer. Now I have two selections layer, right? But look what you can do. Very interesting. You can merge the selection layers. Now you got both of these selections in one. If you double press here, ta-da! So this can be very useful, guys. If you want to select quite a bit of layers, but you want to select them at the same time, you can use selection layers to to keep merging them, and then you can select everything at the same time. Because if you just press here, see, you just select these. And if you press like here, for an example, you just select these. You cannot select both of them at the same time. But if you use this trick of the selection layer, you can select each one at a time, go to select, convert to selection layer, and then you can merge and store all of these selections. For an example, you can move it right down here, make a new group, and name it selections. And you can store them here inside and have a neat saving of selections, you know. It's very useful too, guys. So, yeah, I guess that's enough for selections. No. Yes. So let's move on to the new window. Okay. The new window is a trick that I absolutely love. Bunny said that is very useful to use with the border lines. If you use the border lines as line art, then you can do that for the shading. I think I get what you mean. I think I get what you mean. Yes, yes. Okay. Um, my brain is kind of processing the information, but I think I get what you mean. um, okay, so a very useful little trick you have is here in Window, Canvas, and New Window. Ta-da! It opens a new window with the same drawing you have. But would you ask, like, why is this so important? Because you can go here to Window, Canvas, and press Tiled. And look what it does. It opens like a little window to each of the active canvases. And you can drag and drop, like, for an example, like this. Now you can see the two different views of the same canvas. And why is this so useful? Let me show you. You can invert horizontal here on the navigator, flip horizontal. Or you can go here on edit, rotate flip canvas, and flip horizontal. It flipped. Oh, this one flips both. Ah, that's useful. I didn't know that. It flipped both. So on the navigator, it only flips for the one you have here as the active one. Remember, go to Window and Navigator if you don't have this little window, because this is really useful for quick navigation of your canvas. Okay. So basically, for like, well, this line art is a professional line art, okay? But when you are adjusting your drawing, it's very useful to check the inversion one, so you can spot mistakes more easily, especially on the face. And also, let's say you are making like, let's select these. Okay, let me just make it a little red. Okay, so let's say you want to edit these eyes, and you're like, it's kind of because there's so much going on here. You have like this rectangle, you have the OK and cancel buttons, right? It's a mess, right? So if you check here, you can see in a cleaner version of how it's going to become, you know? So actually, I think it looks so cute like this. And ta-da! See? Very nice, right? I use this all the time. Yes, it flips both because you're actually making a permanent change to the file. If you flip on the navigator, it only flips one because you're not doing a permanent flip. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Bunny. So Yes, this trick is very nice. Please use it, okay? I use it all the time, especially for checking for mistakes and making transforms, okay? Okay. Woo! We're almost done, guys. Just a little more, okay? Um, adjustment layers. Adjustment layers. So if you come here to layer, new correction layer, you have a lot of stuff you can do, like the famous gradient map. Here, come on. Okay. You see that the drawing gets crazy. Like, basically, it's going to read from black to white, and according to how dark or how bright a color is, it's going to be assigned a new color. So this is very cool. There are people who color using this, but I like to use this more as an adjustment. So I think it was this one. Yeah, I like this one. So basically what happens is that you have this layer here that it affects every layer there is below it. Okay, so for an example, if you move this layer here, it's no longer affecting the colors or the line art because they're above. So the adjustment layer must be placed appropriately, wherever you want it to affect the drawing. And they are very cool because you can change the opacity. For an example, you can just make it slightly coloring, to add some extra vibrancy to your drawing. Or, of course, you can also change the layer blending mode here. Do you see? And the effect of the gradient map will change a lot depending on which effect you want. So you can test. Oh, hard mix looks very cool. I love what it does to the line art. So yeah, it's kind of like cheating a bit, but I really recommend playing with these guys. So yes, you can also use these effects on individual layers. For an example, if you wanted to affect only the skin layer, you can come here on edit and tonal correction, and you can use a gradient map only for the skin. Right now it's not very useful because I don't have much variation in the skin color, but the edit and tonal correction alterations are for single layers. If you want to affect multiple layers, you're going to come to layer and make new correction layer, okay? For an example, one very cool thing you can do is using the level correction. And for an example, you make it darker, like this, for an example. Do you see? You can also mess with the stuff here. Well, let's leave it like this, okay? Okay, so now we have a new adjustment layer here for the level correction. Remember that if you change your mind about any, not cheating, intelligent use of your available tools, yeah. There's no cheating if you're using a tool unless it's AI, then it's cheating. Okay, thanks, guys. Remember that if you change your mind, like I'm not happy with this, you can always double click this little square here on the adjustment layer and you can change it later, okay? The same goes for the gradient map layer here, okay? So you can test different gradients. I right now I wanna teach you a very interesting thing that not everyone knows. That is the layer masks. I believe Drain was the one who asked me this. Basically, do you see that the adjustment layer has this little square here, which if you click, it's going to pop up the options for the adjustment layer. But there's this second square here, like what the fuck is this? This is the layer mask. You can also make a layer mask. Clicking this button right here, create layer mask. Do you see it? Pa! It made a layer mask. So how layer masks work? Let me show you right now. Basically, uh, let me test because I usually, let me, okay, and the white. What? Okay. So basically, if you clear this, if you erase the entire layer mask, it's like the layer was entirely erased. It disappeared. Okay. So if you want the layer to go back, you have to select white and paint back the layer like this. This is how the layer masks work. If you use black, no, actually in Clip Studio Paint, I think it changes from program to program. In some programs, you have to use black or white, and it's going to erase or add. But in Clip Studio Paint, I think any color will erase, will add, and only the eraser will erase. So why is this useful? For an example, we made this. Let me fill it with white. Basically, we had this entire adjustment layer that made everything darker, right? So, Anshu, don't eat too much, Anshu. Really, you're like a little kid, Anshu. I need to stop doing things just because I think it's funny. It depends on what kinds of things you are doing, River. um, okay, so basically what you can do, in this case, you'll make an adjustment layer, make it darker, for an example, level correction layer, and you clear it, so it's all erased. And now you grab a brush and you like make the shadows like this. And why is this useful? It's because it's making everything darker at the same time, you see? So it's like a very quick way of making shadows everywhere, you know? And you can also like use softer brushes like these. You can use air brushes like these. And if you change your mind, you can go back and erase again. You know, you can keep erasing and painting back. It's non-destructive. So yes, this is why this is a very useful tool, guys. Always use layer masks, you know. Especially if you are unsure about an edit, you know, you can always bring back. Like before erasing a part of the drawing, sometimes, you know, when you change your mind midway and you have to move the location of stuff, and then you're like, why did I erase that part? Now it's going to show. So layer masks are very useful for this. Remember, you have these on this button here, create layer mask. Okay. You can also, let's say, I'm gonna erase her face just because I want to show you something. So, okay, wait, I very important, guys. If this part is selected, if this square is selected, it's going to erase for real on the layer. So just creating a layer mask is not enough. You have to select the little square of the layer here, and then you erase. Okay. So now you see here this little dot here, this little black dot. It's the part you erased on the mask. So if you want to check, you can come here and uncheck this enable mask. So the mask is now hidden. You can see the entire contents of the layer. And you can go back here and enable the mask. And you can press the show mask area. So all of this area is the masked area. Okay. So yes, I think that's basically it. You can get very creative with layer masks. For an example, let me erase delete mask. You can right click here to delete mask or apply the mask to layer, enable the mask. Okay. Something very nice you can do too is like changing the layer of the mask. So for an example, if I want to move it to halo, if I want to move it to skin, do you see it? It's now moved to the skin. It's now to the line art. And if you press Alt and you move it, it's going to duplicate actually. So you can duplicate layer masks, guys. Hold Alt for that. Okay, and you can duplicate all you want. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna delete this. And for an example, you get some crazy effects like this, if you erase here on the gradient map layer. Yes. I guess that's basically it. But you have more layer types, adjustment layers, like the new correction layer. You have all of these. Okay, so don't worry. With time, you're going to test it. Like people like to use tone curve too. You probably saw these before. Like you make crazy stuff with these, like those crazy colors like these. Blah, 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 blah. So let me hide the gradient. Yeah, see, it's pretty crazy. You can reset here, but so if you make it a darker here, like if you drag here, it's making the darks darker. If you do this, it's making the darks lighter, okay? And the same goes here, it's for the lighter tone. So if you drag it down, it's going to make the lights darker. And if you drag up, it's going to make the lights lighter. So yes, you can play a lot with it for some crazy effects. Okay. So yes, I guess that's about it for adjustment layers and layer masks. Yes, it's so many possibilities, right? Okay. Check the server. Oh, my phone is charging right now. But my Discord is open. Oh, where is it? I don't see it. I don't see it. But wow. Thank you so much. You boosted the server 4 times, River. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, really. Sorry, I don't see it, but oh, I see your profile. um, yes. Okay, we are almost done now. For the materials, I just want to show. I guess I showed you already. The materials are here. I showed you already, right? You just drag and drop it here. So the downloaded materials, you appear here, and you can create like folders. You can create folders here, and drag and drop like materials to the folder, In this case, I don't want this here, so yeah. Um, it's very useful to organize your materials. If possible, tag them. You can see where is the tagging? Let me. Here. You can. Yes, you can tag it here. Add some a different tag here. You see. So either by tagging or by making folders, I really recommend you organize your materials. Actually, I started doing this a very short time ago. My materials are chaotic, but please, guys, don't let it become chaotic. Please organize your materials, okay? So, yeah, I guess I already explained, right? Just reg. And it's important, like in this case, like this template here, it's not a brush. So if you try dragging it here, it's not going to work. The way it works is you have to drag it to the canvas, and ta-da! Now you have it here, okay? Oops. Here. Ah! Wait. I'm gonna use the transform tool. Yeah. Sometimes this happens, guys. If you have the object tool selected, as you see here, like anything you grab and it's on top, it's going to get selected instead. So it's not very, you see, like this. So maybe you'll have to use the transform tool instead. Oops. So yeah, now you have it here. You can transform it and stuff. And there's something important. Usually when you import materials, they are vector layers or file object layers. In this case, you can click here in the text part of the layer and click rasterize. So now it is a picture layer. And why is this important? It's because some edits you cannot make to file object layer. Sometimes you can like erase some parts, so or change the color, like this. In this case, guys, this is good because do you see this little icon here? If you click layer property, you'll see the expression color of this material layer is gray. And if you come here and press color instead, now you can select and color it orange instead. Sorry if it's a little confusing. Like usually the color layer doesn't show any icon because it's the default. But if you choose gray, you can see here this little icon. Do you see it? And if it's monochrome, it's going to appear like this instead. Monochrome is basically just black and white. And gray has like all the gradations. Okay. So, yes, I guess that's it. I don't know if that's enough boost or if they even work low. I think they do work river. Let me see. Server boost. Oh, server tag. No, wait. Where was it? Server settings, maybe? Boost perks. I don't remember what it is. I'm sorry. Ah. Thank you, Eli. Thank you. Bunny said, I'm lazy to do that, so I just add a layer on top and merge them. It does the trick. So the layer becomes rasterized, right? Yeah. Guys, whatever works, works. Um, engagement boost. Uh, Um, yeah, I'm going to check the settings for the server as I finish this. But thank you so much, River. Really, it's going to help to at least to maintain the server tag, which is the little mess icon we have besides our nicknames. I really love that thing, guys. I know it's a small thing, but I really love it. Well, if we're not able to maintain it, like it's life, we just have to get over it. But if we can maintain the little server tag, I think it's really cute. um, let's go, lazy gang. Two tiffins. What is tiffins? Ah, sure. But I understand you. I overeat eaten. I've overeaten during the Christmas too, so I understand you. Okay, so for the materials, it's this. I personally I like to have my materials tab under those two little arrows here, so they get very hidden. It doesn't take much space because I know where they are. Also, I love using the subview. Basically, you can see here it's Bunny's reference. When I go draw her, it's very easy because with the subview, you can see here the subview window. You can drag any file you want, and you can quickly see it while you draw, and you can also color pick. You see, if you click here on this eyedropper here at the bottom, you can quickly color pick, and you can also flip, okay, so, and rotate and stuff. So it's very useful, guys. It's very useful. Subview. It's called Subview. It's here under the navigator, okay, on window. Yeah, it's you. No spoilers. By the way, guys, our live stream together, me and Bunny, will be tomorrow. Starting, I think it's 5 p.m. GMT, right? It's a little earlier. So don't miss it, guys. It's going to be really cute. You will love it. Yes. Um, okay, now we have some time. Do you guys still have some guests on your tank? Oh no, Drain. Because there are still rulers, quick access, auto actions, and 3D models. What do you think? The 3D models I'm not going to show that much, I guess, because it's just that if you go here to 3D, and if you drag this one, you have a custom doll here on 3D. And you also have the pose scanner, which you can scan a pose from a picture, like a photo or a drawing, and you can transfer to the 3D doll. So you can check like different camera views of that same pose. It's very useful for like when you don't have the exact reference of the exact pose you want, I think it's here. No, where is it? Specify camera angle from presets. Where is it? I think it's import. Yeah, pose scanner. It's here. File, import, and pose scanner. Okay, this feature that I told you. But I think the 3D is a little complex. Like there's a lot of stuff. I think I'm going to leave that for a specific video on 3D pose. Okay. Yeah, very cool. I'm telling you guys, CSP is very worth the price you pay because it has so many features, guys. And it also has a hand scanner. Where is it? I'm not going to use it because it's dangerous. It's going to show my face here, but where is it? The hand scanner, bruh. Aqui, hand scanner. Hand scanner, basically, it uses your webcam and it captures your hand. And whatever pose you make with your hand, it transfers to the model here, the 3D model. So, okay. That's about it for the 3D model today. Okay. Let's move on to rulers. Yeah, it's very cool, right? The rulers are those little triangles here. There's all these kinds of ruler. A linear ruler will help you to make like straight lines. Curve ruler will help to make curved lines. But I guess the most there's also this one that helps making radial lines. So let me make a new layer here, and see, you can have lines like this. You see. So there are all sorts of rulers you can use. Here you can see all the options. Concentric circle, for an example. See? So there's a lot of powerful rulers. Also, if you want to delete a ruler, you can, it's like the layer masks. You can delete the ruler here, right click and delete ruler. You can also press Alt and drag to another layer and it will duplicate the ruler. Or if you just want to move, you can move it like this, okay? It's this little triangle here, okay? And if you'd like, you can hide or show the ruler. You can see now you cannot see the ruler. Even if I select it, the layer now show only when editing target, showing all layers. You can select all of these, okay? Okay, I'm gonna delete this ruler because I'm going to show the two most useful rulers. Why is it so important? It's of course, guys, the symmetrical ruler. Imagine Messi flashes us with her face. What? No. No. The symmetrical ruler, if you press shift, you're going to make it completely vertical or horizontal. But okay, like this. And yes, guys, symmetrical rulers. Look at this. Ah, this is so nice. If you want to make drawings facing the front, like this, you can see that I don't use them very much. If you want them to be perfectly symmetrical, like my bangs are not symmetrical, but like this. Ta-da! Okay. So you can also add more, like you can see here the number line too, but you can add like a 4. Wait. Ah, it's not this option, sorry. It's I wonder if this is the symmetrical. Ah, no, wait. I was correct. It's the perspective. No, the symmetrical ruler, but I need to make another ruler. Wait. Delete ruler. And now I make a new ruler. Okay. If you just change the settings there, it's not going to work. Okay, so now look at this. You can use the object tool here. Guys, this is the object tool. You can use the object tool to move the layer around like this. So let's say I want to make a cross right here inside this triangle. Okay, so now I change to the brush and I do this like, whoa, fancy, okay, fancy, very nice, right? Okay, So basically, that's the symmetrical ruler. If you want just a default symmetry, use 2 as the number of lines. Okay. And then there's the perspective ruler, but I think for beginners it's difficult to set up perspective rulers because you're not used um, to the horizon line and stuff like that. You know, it's too complex. So I have a workaround for this. I will just use the layers. What an really? I hope. I hope you. Ella is like, okay, maybe this one is cheating. Yeah, there's a lot more info too before you arrive, Drink. So don't worry if something is confusing. Like it's because yeah, there's a lot to say, but uh, I will go over all of these tools before we wrap up. Okay, so it gets a little. I'm sorry, I know it's a lot. Perspective is like the popular girl in school, beautiful, but no one really likes to deal with it. Just curious, but what time normally you eat dinner, Messi? Around 7 p.m. Right now it's 7:40 though, and it's still not ready, but it will probably be in a few minutes. We're going to be able to cover everything. I hope. Just let me show you some very neat trick, guys. Let me show you this. I found about this when I was trying to figure out perspective. Remember the 3D model? Cool, right? You can like, let's say you want to make it like this, more or less, like this, and like this. Okay, let's say you want to make a scene like this, more or less. Okay. Okay. But you want to do it more or less in this perspective. So what do, guys? Check this hack. You press here, like, let me, okay, I cannot. It was like this. When you import the 3D model, you see it here, the layer for the 3D model. It comes like this, but you see there's a ruler here. If you press here, it will show. And it's actually a perspective ruler, guys, a 3-point perspective ruler. You see, here is the horizon line. Here is one of the points. Here is the other point. And below, way below, here is the third point. So you have, automatically you have a very fancy 3D ruler with a perspective ruler in the option that you wanted. So let's say you change your mind about the model. Let's say you want to flip it like this, and like this. Let's check it again. Press here on the ruler. Ta-da! You already have all the perspective lines and the vanishing points and the horizon line. It's all here. And see how cool it is. Let's say you want to draw a background. What do? You make a new layer for the background. Let's call it background. And remember what I said, that you can move the ruler around. So you can press Alt and move the ruler to this layer, the background layer. Now you hide. You can hide, or you can like make it like, wait. If you want to make the little 3D doll less opaque, you have to convert it to rasterize it to a picture layer. But you no longer will have access to all of these options. So I suggest, see, there's no way of messing up with it now. It became a normal image layer. So what I suggest you do is you make a backup layer. You see, it's a 3D object. You duplicate the layer, hide, and now you rasterize this. So now it's a image file. And now you can make it like this. So you can draw over it if you wish. Okay. So, okay, now you have this perspective ruler layer here. You have the ruler here on the background. And now you're going to draw, like, let's draw the wall like this and the roof like this, you see? And let's make like a little shelf here. See? Let me, it's a little wrong here. Okay. So you have it like this, you see? I'm not very used to drawing backgrounds, but okay. You can make a little window here. It's all following the perspective that you wanted, okay? See, like this. So you can have it like as a guide and you can freehand it later, okay? But it's very useful, okay? Very cool, right? See? Yes. But don't worry, I'm going to show that better on the 3D model video. I'm going to make like a default video to teach from scratch digital art and how to use Clip Studio. Then I'm going to make a specific video for comic making and another specific video for 3D manipulation. Okay. Uh, so yeah, we still have two things. Um, like it's the quick access and the auto actions. Okay, it's very quick. Basically, this right here is the quick access. You can basically get anything here. So, for an example, let me explain the auto actions first. The auto action is basically a set of commands. You can record here on this button. You see the record button here? You can record anything and then just repeat all of those operations just with a press of a button. So I'm going to show you. For an example, let me merge everything. Merge visible to new layer. Okay. So for an example, these are the sets of auto actions. I downloaded, you can download a lot. You can download a lot from the App Store, from the Clip Studio Asset Store. This one is like a sharpen tool, you know. This one has a noise too, very strong one. I'm going to press play here to show you. It's going to take a while because my computer is not very quick, so you have to wait. Yeah, I guess, Bunny. I'm thinking about making a bigger video, but with chapters. I guess the chapters make it quicker. But I could make like a series of shorts, YouTube shorts, with like cuts from the main video. I think that could be useful. And then I could make a playlist for the shorts, you know? Yes. CSP is available on Android, and actually there's a really cool thing you can do. It's called the companion mode. It's this icon here. You can basically transform your cell phone, your smartphone, on a shortcut for like changing colors, changing the size of the brush, customizing shortcuts, and you use your smartphone as a shortcut tool, you know? It's very cool. And okay, so basically you see that you get all this very strong noise texture. I haven't really done much, but I only downloaded the auto action and pressed play. That's all. I have to show you. Where is it? default. Yes, I made two auto actions for me. One is the grayscale and the other is add contour. Basically, for the grayscale auto action, all I did was I'm going to make it another with you guys. So here you press here, add new auto action. Grayscale live. Okay. So now what will you do? You press record. So let's say what I want to do is I want to quickly transform the entire drawing into grayscale, so I check the values, okay? So what I do is I come here to layer, merge visible to new layer. This will be the first operation of my auto action. You see here, merge visible to new layer, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I create a new layer. I pick color mode. You see, new raster layer, change blending mode to color. And now I fill it with black. Look what happened. Let me turn off here. Okay. Now it's entirely black and white, you know? Oh, wait. I accidentally recorded this. I turned off those things here and it recorded here, but don't worry. Okay, now I stop. And let me delete comment. Yes, you can come here. And if you change your mind about something you recorded by accident, like I recorded now, I changed the visibility of the layer. You can come here and delete comment. Okay. So basically, I just made a new auto action here. Merge visible layers to a new layer, which is a very useful thing to do too, you know. When you have like all of these layers, you want to have them in a single one. You can do this and you have all of that into a new layer. I made a new layer. I changed the blending mode to color here and I filled it with black. So I can quickly see. Let me press play here. Ta-da! So at the press of a button, I don't have to like merge visible to new layer, make a new layer, change the blending mode to color, and fill it with black. No, I don't have to do all of this. I simply select this and press play, and the magic happens. And people do all sorts of stuff with these. So for an example, I've downloaded chromatic aberration auto action. So basically you just press play here and see what happens. The program merged everything and now I just do this. And the chromatic aberration is here. You see? So there are all sorts of auto action, guys. You can look for specifically for auto actions on the asset store if you'd like. And you can create your own auto actions. Thank you so much, Bunny. I really like your idea. I didn't thought about that. I will definitely make shorts too. Welcome back, Empty Symbol. How was your lunch? Your lunch, right? You have lunch pretty late. But okay, so that's auto actions. Why did I talk about auto actions? Well, because it's insanely useful. You can make all sorts of stuff, like the noise filter, or you can add like retro effects, like this. It usually takes a little while to process everything. Delicious burritos. Can you change the theme of the app like to dark? Yes. Yes, you can. It's because I started with it, but it's right at the start of the. Okay, it's a little but yeah, there's all sorts of filters, like more or less like Instagram filters, you know. And there's a more hardcore filters like this one. Like, yeah, there are all sorts of filters, guys. So, yeah, okay. Now, the last thing I'd like to say is about quick access. You can make many sets of quick access, and you even have like default ones, like the companion one. And you can add here, manage set. Oh no, this is to rename. Quick access settings. Yes. And you can add whatever you'd like here, like undo, you can add here. You can add like auto actions. Did you see? So you can add any auto action for quickly accessing here it on the quick access menu. To view it, you go to window and show quick access here. So I have this one here, which has my grayscale and add contour auto actions. And you also have new tone curve layer and new gradient map layer, which are the adjustment layers that I showed you before, like these, you know. So I can quickly access them. Okay. The color picker and pick up color from layer, which is like sometimes you want to, for an example, if you use just the color picker here, you're gonna get the edited color, you know, with the adjustment layer that I just added, the gradient map. But if I use pick up color from layer, it's going to pick the original color that is underneath this. It's going to pick this color, you know. So it's useful if you have a lot of adjustments and you see there's something a little wrong here. You can use the pickup color from layer, which is here on the eyedropper, okay? Or go back to color picker and pick the overall color on top, okay? So yes, just remember, let me show you one more time. Here you have hand tool and rotate tool, okay? Here you have the object tool, which you can move layers around. And it's all messed up. Wait, you. You can have the object layer, object tool, which you move the layers like this. Okay. Let me show here. I think it's easier to see. Okay. The heart line, like here. Okay. The object tool does that. The layer selection is to find whatever is here. So for an example, I have this one layer of overlay here. You have the 3D model. You have the shadows and the heart color here on these areas I selected. It's very useful to finding layers when you're lost. These two are for animation, so you won't use it at this moment, and I don't know how to animate on CSP. Next, you have the selection methods like the lasso. Remember, you select with lasso. Here, you move layers like this. Okay, I'm moving both layers at the same time because I have both of them selected. Remember, use this check mark here to select multiple layers at the same time, and you can move them all. Okay. Next, you have the magic wand, which you can select things quickly like this. Okay, very useful too. You have the eyedropper color picker. You can pick any color here on the canvas. Here are the brush tools. Okay, there are a lot of brushes, even in the default CSP installation, and you can always get more from the asset store or from third parties in the internet. One big advantage from CSP is that you can import ABR files, which is like the Photoshop brushes files. The Clip Studio Paint can also read it. So to do this, all you need to do is grab an ABR file and drag it to your brush area. Okay, it's going to import. So the eraser, the liquify, which does this. Remember, wait. The liquify does this, remember? Okay. For adjusting your line art, your colors, whatever. You have the blending tools, okay, to blur and blend. And you have the bucket tool, okay. Mm. Okay, bye bye, Bunny. Thank you so much for your company and your assistance. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Don't worry. No, it's all right. It's just the perspective ruler. If you don't want to see it, you all you have to do is show only when editing targets here. Select it. Okay. So yeah. Mm, so you have the bucket tool. Remember, the bucket tool fills it like this. And you also have close and fill and paint on filled area to do like this. Okay. Okay. And you have the direct draw shapes like this. Okay. And the lasso fill, very important, like this. I didn't mention gradients, but there's also gradients in Clip Studio Paint. There's the rulers here, this little triangle. It's the rulers. Then there's the balloons, text tool, the frames. You can make manga frames, but I'll leave this for another time. And these are all comic tools. And these are the vector tools, which I'm not going to... this is the thing I was... Let me see if I... no. Okay. Well, basically, I guess that's it for the most basic things. And remember, file preferences interface. Here you can change. Okay, the color. Guys, if you have any questions, any troubles using the program, please send me on Discord. You can have the Ask Messi channel. I'll always be checking it, so you can send your question there. And I'll make sure to make a video explaining all of these in a less rushed manner, I guess. It's a little difficult to be able to measure and calibrate how I talk about stuff because some people are just getting started and other are more experienced, but yeah. Oh, why not? I like background music. Mm. Yeah, guys, the dinner is ready here. Uh, so I'm leaving for today, but I hope this helped and you can send whatever questions you have and I'll surely make the series of tutorials. You're welcome, Eli. I hope this helps. And yeah, Clip Studio Paint is a very affordable and powerful program, so it's very worth. You're welcome, Drain. I hope you can watch the beginning too. And of course, always remember you can send me the questions. And okay, it's already on YouTube, Drain. You can watch it on YouTube, okay? It's already there. So that's it. Thank you so much, Empty Symbol. Good luck with work and everything. Good luck, guys. Have a nice rest. And hope to see you guys tomorrow for the special stream with Bunny. We're gonna draw each other's characters, each other's VTubers. So, and we're going to have such surprises on the layout. It's going to be real nice, guys. Please come. Bye bye. See you. Yeah, you're so cute, Empty Symbol. Thank you. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Drain Lalai. Thank you, Drain, for the sub. Bye bye. Good luck with the program, okay? Yes, please make sure to draw a lot, guys. Or draw as much as you can or feel like. But I hope you have a great time drawing. Yeah, you don't have to pressure yourself into drawing. Yes. You already ate, Anshu. You're almost exploding. You overeat. Bye bye.